I feel like relationship, right? Yes, it's important to be married. Yes, it's important to do all of those things, but I do feel like it is a journey in a sense. I feel like you do need to know who you are as a person to even find the right partner. Because yes, God is first. Yes, you go to him first to I guess find the person that you exactly are looking for, or you need to submit to him first before you submit to anybody else. And I also feel like sometimes, there's a whole lot of alignment that you need to do within yourself to find that person, because everybody else that you find may not be ready. I mean, I've seen it and been in situations where you think this person is ready, but they're actually not, and you're thinking the whole time that they are. So I mean, I feel like it's bigger than just saying, okay, you need a partner to do this and you need a partner to do that, because yes, you do. But you also do need to be solid within yourself. But first and foremost, God does come first. But at the same time, He gives us discernment for a reason. So I feel like it's a three-part, threefold situation. So that's a big question. It's a big situation, you know what I mean? So I don't know if there's really an easy answer to that one. But that's just me personally.
Hmm. Okay, Allie.
Um, I think the video, I agree with what Casey was saying. It's missing a lot of context. What exactly was she referring to that when she started to get emotional? I'm going to guess the overarching theme was probably the treachery of narcissism on social media and vanity, most likely. So with that, yeah, it was difficult to understand what she was trying to say because she was having a problem remaining objective and speaking about the topic.
But
Um,
Allie, she also connected making sure that you are in your purpose before marriage. So that aligns with people what they're already doing on social media. So
yeah,
that's why I was so confused. That's what she was preaching.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, my perspective on marriage is I do believe that, and you were right. We touched on this on like a couple other shows ago about being a modern woman and marriage and this and that. And I recall my take on it was I don't think it's that singular. I think you can be a dynamic individual and have purpose in multiple places. I do believe that marriage, you marry someone not for that person that they are in that moment, but a commitment to grow with that person, for the rest of your life. So, yeah, I do think it's an issue in society across all communities. People lack commitment entirely. They don't know how to be committed. Um, I think when she started to get emotional, it was probably coming from a spiritual space. So the lack in spirituality, the disconnection from the church. I do understand, and I do actually like that religious organizations have, I don't know what it's called. It's called something different each time, like the marriage counseling before you get married, where whoever's leading the church will make sure that, you two are aligned. I think it plays into everything. Whatever you got going on in your life, I do think fulfillment and purpose go along with holy matrimony. I'm not going to disagree with it. So, yeah.
Hey, sure. Go ahead, and then I'm gonna pose a question to y'all after that.
I think that your purpose in life does not matter because I think we talked about this last time. You might not necessarily ever find your purpose, right? People go their whole lives and don't realize what their purpose is. I think that it's important to share similar core values to make sure that your core values align with that person, not necessarily your purpose. I think that those are two different things. And I think that sometimes people have a different purpose, but you just have to support each other on your individual journeys throughout your marriage. That's my take on it.
Hmm. Now, when you say individual journeys, is there really such a thing as individual journeys in a
I
marriage?
mean,
Or
goal, like your individual goals, not journey, because you're on a journey together.
okay, so what I wanted to ask is, do you? Because there's a lot of faith-based philosophies here, right? And that's That's cool. But I wanted to know, do you think that everybody is that their purpose? What percentage of people do you think are supposed to get married, are supposed to have children? Who and how do you even determine that?
I don't think there's I don't think that's a question that you can ask us, because like I said, I feel like your purpose comes from God, and that's something that you have to find individually. But I also don't believe that everybody's purpose is to get married and have kids. I don't think that's in the cards for everybody, honestly. I think that's more of a personal thing. Like, God give us the choice to say, hey, I want to have kids. Hey, I want to get married. Um, you know, that's what I think.
So
Darwin, what's your take on that?
here's my thing on this purpose thing. I try to kind of sit here and just try to fill it out, but when I hear people try to talk about God and all this other stuff, that's when it kind of bring it back around. If you're a woman talking about a purpose and it's independent of a man's purpose, you're already wrong. It's a complete deviation, especially whenever you're trying to go through a selection process or vet yourself into being a wife. The fact that you got a purpose and you're sitting here saying that unless a man align with it, you're not going to settle or whatever, it's a complete deviation. You're supposed to be a helper. And if you're going to mention the word of God, that tells me that you're reading the word. And if you're reading the word and you're saying that you have a purpose and it's not the purpose of it's supposed to be intersecting with the purpose of a man, let alone you even have a purpose. Your whole purpose, if anything, your purpose is to support, to help. You know what I'm saying? To align yourself with the man. You're supposed to be optimizing yourself to enhance the man's purpose, to make him reaching his purpose or his day-to-day operation and fulfilling his purpose way easier than it was yesterday. That's your role. That's your alignment. Anything outside of that is complete deviation, and that's completely unbiblical. I don't understand where y'all read. I mean, I see a lot of people posting stuff in threads about the word, but it's just not even right. And I want to try to understand that before, you know what I'm saying, I just get triggered or anything like that. I'm just trying to literally try to understand like what the hell is going on with this purpose thing in a woman.
I believe that before any type of woman submits to a man, she needs to understand the type of man that he is, what he requires. Just because he's a man doesn't automatically mean that we're a match. That's not how it works, right? So if this man is requiring certain things and I know that that's not who I am, that man is not for me, right? So the word submit, right? Submission is sub, right? That means to go under, right? So she's going under him, right? You said she's a helpmeet, meaning she's going to help him with his purpose, with his journey. But if it don't fit, it don't fit. This is why a lot of marriages, right, are ending, because it's two people just getting married and they don't fit together. That's not how it works. Just the same way you go to a job interview, see if this job works for me. It's the same thing. No, why? Just because you're vetting people doesn't mean you're having sex with them. You're getting to see if you guys mesh, if y'all lifestyles match. Can I provide these things for this man? Yes or no? Can he provide for me the things that I need? It's not just one-sided. It goes both ways.